Hi everybody, John Hand with the Pulsing Cinema, and today's film is a drive-in classic, the town that the town that dreaded sundown, and I dread that title. It's not a long title, but I kind of stumbled over it. A film by Charles B. Pierce. Charles B. Pierce was just a good old boy from around the Texas and Arkansas way, and he struck it big with the Legend of Boggy Creek, which was a kind of docudrama documentary based on this Bigfoot, apparently the Fook monster that was around in the Fook, Arkansas areas, and he went on to have a drive-in B-movie career, you know, where he made these films, which were based on kind of real-life events. Because The Town That Dreaded Sundown is a killer film. It's kind of like a serial killer film, but it's based on a real killer, the Phantom Killer, who was a real-life entity guy. He was apparently dressed wore a white sheet, and he stalked around the Texarkana area. Texarkana is an area around the border of Texas and Arkansas. It's a little sleepy little area, and in the spring of 1946, it was a time when people were returning from World War II. There was a boom, and you know, a lot of lovers' lanes where the young teenagers would go and hang out. And this Phantom Killer would stalk around the lovers' lane and shoot people in their cars. He was very much like Zodiac. He was very much an earlier version of the Zodiac Killer. Some people have even posited that the Zodiac Killer was the Phantom Killer, though that seems kind of remote. But what Charles B. Pierce did is he grew up with the Phantom Killer. You know, he grew up cowering in his bed at night because the Phantom Killer was the boogeyman of the time. And he became a filmmaker, and he made this film based on the early childhood thing that he went through, and the thing that the residents of Texarkana went through that spring of 1946, where they were terrified by this guy. And so the film is great. It's just basically kind of a matter of fact kind of display of these lovers' lane murders, and it's famous for the trombone scene where the killer does this thing with a knife affixed to a trombone, and it's a very vicious scene. Andrew Prine is in it, so you know it's prime drive-in material if you've got Andrew Prine is in it. You know, you've got just a whole mix of, you know, classic character actors and everybody in this film. It's got a very dry narration it's voiceover that's kind of explaining the film, which modern audiences may reject, because I know there is a remake of The Town That Dreaded Sundown, which was just recently released. I've not seen that. I'm not really enthusiastic about seeing that. Because the original is just such a great, cool movie. So one thing you need to check out. Yeah, definitely. An obscure film, which was for many years only available on a crummy VHS, pan and scan, because the film's a scope film. You know, this is one of Charles Pierce made this film for AIP, and he made those films in the 70s. He made them all in scope. So they're big films. So they look, or they're supposed to look, very big, and recently re-released on DVD in its original scope Panavision format, and that's definitely one to check out. So definitely watch it, and watch it in widescreen. Great film.